Azure Storage can be used for storing and maintaining various types of data, which can include documents, images, videos, and application data. Azure Storage falls into 4 main categories. We have Azure Blobs, which is perfect for storing massive amounts of unstructured data. We have Azure Files. Azure Files is a file sharing solution in Azure. We also have Azure Queues. Azure Queues is ideal for building scalable applications. And we have Azure Tables. Azure Tables is a NoSQL data store for semi-structured data. Azure also offers various database options like Azure SQL Database, Azure Cosmos DB, and Azure Table Storage. All of these gives you flexibility in managing your data. Now, how do we manage all these storage services efficiently? We do it through storage accounts. Azure Storage Account is a container that groups different storage account services together. Just like using resource groups in Azure, grouping storage services allows you to manage them collectively. If, for example, you decide to delete a storage account, everything inside it, all your data goes with it. But before we jump into creating one, you need to understand the settings. The settings define policies for all the storage services in your account. We have settings such as performance. You can choose between standard and premium. Next is replication. You need to decide on a strategy for copying your data. Options available for replication include locally redundant storage, which stores your data 3 times within a single data center in the primary region. There is geo-redundant storage. Geo-redundant storage copies your data 3 times within a single data center in the primary region, and then to a single physical location in a secondary region. We have zone-redundant storage. This copies your data across 3 Azure availability zones in the primary region. There is dual zone redundant storage. This copies your data across 3 Azure availability zones in the primary region and then copies your data to a single location in the secondary region. Access tier is another one. This helps you control how quickly you can access your blobs. Options that we have include hot and cool. Hot is for frequently accessed data, while cool is for less frequently accessed data. Now let's quickly take a look at cost. A storage account itself is cost-free, but the settings that you choose influence the cost. If you're budget conscious, then you should consider locally redundant storage and the cool access tier for your non-critical data to save you some money. Now let's take a look at how to create a storage account. There are various tools for creating storage accounts. We have the Azure Portal, the Azure CLI, and PowerShell. Your choice depends on whether you want a GUI or automation. In this demo, I'm going to walk you through creating a storage account using the Azure Portal. From the search box, I'm going to type storage and click on storage accounts. From here, I'm going to click on create. So I'll select my subscription. I'll select my resource group. Next, I'll need to give my storage account a unique name. This name is used to generate a public URL to access the data in your account. So the name will need to be a globally unique one. So how about I call this Kazeem and teach ST1. Choose a data center closest to you. And we have performance here, so you can choose between standard and premium. So in terms of cost, standard is cheaper. Premium, on the other hand, uses SSD drive. So I'm going to go with standard here. So in this example, I don't have a need for geo-redundant storage. So I'll go with locally redundant storage, LRS. Click Next to go to the Advanced tab. So from here, I'm going to allow anonymous. This settings allows authorized users to selectively enable anonymous access on specific containers. So if I scroll down, So here you can see the access tier. The default is hot. If you need to change it to cool, you can make the change from here. Let's proceed to the networking tab. From here, we're going to ensure that we have public access to all networks enabled. The content we're going to be storing is public facing, so we need to allow access to public clients. And also make sure that Microsoft Networking Routing is selected. This is because we want to make use of Microsoft Global Network, which is optimized for low latency path selection. Let's proceed to Data Protection tab. Here we're going to leave this disabled as this is not necessary for our implementation right now, and we're going to uncheck all of this. Soft delete lets you recover your data in cases where your data are accidentally deleted or overwritten. So we don't need that here. Next is the Encryption tab. So under the Encryption tab, we'll maintain the default. Next is Tag. You can go ahead and tag things if you want. I don't have a need to tag right now, so I'm going to proceed to review this. And let's go ahead and create. And there you have it. That's how you create a storage account in Azure. See you in the next lesson.